Hi and welcome to my channel. So the UK government is constantly making changes to immigration laws and rules on a daily basis. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about changes that they have recently made regarding working extra hours. What this means is that, for example, if you're in the UK and your employer doesn't have enough hours for you, changes have been announced for this. Also, if you're working in the UK on a health and care worker visa or on a skilled worker visa, changes have been announced as to who can now work extra hours, which jobs are eligible for those extra hours, and how you can go about it. So I'm going to be covering all these changes in today's video and also explaining to you how you can overcome some of these obstacles that have now been announced, confirmed by the UK government. So if you're new to my channel, obviously you're welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, you already know that I appreciate your time and I hope that you're implementing all this information, because that is the point of my videos. I focus on implementation. So don't be a stranger on here. Hit the subscribe button right now to join the family so you're the first person to be notified every single day. Every day when I drop a new video on here at 10 a.m. prompt UK time. Look, when it comes to immigration laws and rules in the UK, this is not something that you can mess around with. And that is why I make sure that I'm bringing these changes to you. So if you're keen on all of this, I've got a newsletter which I've dropped a link in the comment section below. It's also got my private contacts, my WhatsApp number, my email address, so that if there's anything, please do get in contact with me. Otherwise, leave any comments in the comment section below. Also, if you join my newsletter, then I send that information directly to your beautiful inbox so that you don't miss out on such vital information that is crucial for your personal and professional development here in the UK. And it doesn't matter whether you're already in the UK or not, these laws, these rules, these changes are significant so that you can even know about them before you get here. So my newsletter is all about free visa sponsorship opportunities, updates to UK visas, career progression pathways. I'm passionate about career progression in the UK. For me, it's not about getting to this country. It's what you do with yourself once you get to this country that is going to make the experience really worthwhile. Work from home jobs as well, so you can earn extra income in order to supplement how much you're earning from your normal UK job, so that eventually you can start your own side hustle, get to be independent, and retire early. So again, what is your situation right now? Are you looking for jobs? Are you in the UK? What is really going on with you? Please leave that in the comment section below so that I can just join in and chip in any ideas that I have to support you. So what are some of these changes that the government has announced and indeed confirmed on their website? So every single thing that I'm talking about in today's video has already been confirmed and implemented already. So the first big change is that if you come to the UK, for example, or you're in the UK and your employer does not have enough working hours for you, it is now illegal to work for another employer, which means that, for example, if you come to the UK and your visa sponsorship, from your current employer says that they're employing you for, 40 hours a week. If that employer does not have enough hours for you, it is illegal for you to get another job. This is something that I think is because many people have found themselves in this situation recently. And so it is no surprise that the government is now acting accordingly in order to make sure that they're putting laws in place in order to safeguard these people. So again, this is a big change, because if you are in the UK, your employer doesn't have hours. If you're not able to work for another employer, what is the way forward? What should you do? Again, I'm going to explain this as I move on, because the government has given an alternative, obviously, for these people. So it is something that you need to be aware of, and also share this video with your friends, loved ones, contacts, so that they're aware of what these changes are. And by the way, if you're watching this and you're wondering who I am, my name is Melvis. I work as an advanced nurse practitioner, here in England. I work for the NHS. So this is, I started my own journey, obviously, as a carer, in a nursing home, and then I studied nursing. Within 5 years, I'd progressed to the most senior clinical nursing position. So I'm very passionate about these opportunities, moving to the UK, progressing in the UK. What do you do with yourself? So I have a private career coaching program where I support with getting free visa sponsorship opportunities so that you're not bankrupt, you're not spending thousands of pounds, you're not spending years and months trying to find a job. So if you check the description box below, I've dropped a link to my private coaching program. Once you join, then we go through, with you, what is your situation, what is your experience, what is your personal circumstance, what's the best job for you, how do you apply, where do you apply, what about your CV, interview preparation, everything else that you need to know about all of this. So if you're keen, like I've said, check the description box below and you're going to find a link to that coaching program, because like I've said, I'm passionate about not only moving to the UK but excelling, thriving in this beautiful country, making sure that you're making the most of the best opportunities that this country has to offer, because you and I are not here for mediocrity, but we're here to be top notch. We're here for the best opportunities, because the sacrifices that many of us have made to be in this country, it is not worth, going for mediocrity once you get here. And that is what I'm all about. Also, if you're already, currently part of my coaching program, this Thursday, we're going to be focusing on these changes because they are brand new and they're going to be affecting many people who are also part of this program. So we will have the opportunity during our Thursday live session to talk detailedly about these changes and what to do so that you're aware of what your position is, and then I can support you depending on what your circumstances are, to make sure that you're always on the right side of the law. And if it's about changing your employer, then obviously we would find a different job that is more appropriate so that you can move into, because you don't want to have problems obviously with immigration when it comes to being in the UK. So I just thought I should share that, obviously. And again, if you like this content, I want you to hit the like button. It lets me know you enjoy content like this. And obviously, I should do more of it, because the reason I'm doing these videos is that they are helpful for you, is that there are things that you find, useful for your personal and professional growth. Otherwise, it's no point. So that is the biggest change that the government has implemented. So again, another change is that people that can work extra hours, let's say you come in, your employer has all the hours for you and you're working, under which circumstance therefore can you work extra hours? So you can only work extra hours, and when I say extra hours, I mean 20 hours a week, not more. So up to 20 hours per week, because during COVID-19 and just after COVID, the government had changed that you could do an unlimited number of hours. Obviously, all of that has changed, and you need to work up to 20 hours per week. But who can do these 20 hours? So you've got to be employed, obviously, by your current sponsor. If you want to do 20 hours a week, with another employer, obviously extra hours. So also, apart from the fact that you've got to be working, full time, obviously, with your current sponsor, your job has to be on the shortage occupation list, which means if your job is not on the shortage occupation list, you cannot just apply to work extra hours. Also, another third condition that the government has said is that your job that you're doing extra 20 hours in, or obviously up to 20 hours, is got to be in the same occupation code as your current job. So you need to be very careful with these laws and rules, because it's going to affect you when you're applying for indefinite leave to remain in 5 years' time. So anything that you do while you're on a work visa, it doesn't necessarily affect you immediately, but it does when you apply for indefinite leave to remain in 5 years' time. And that is why it is important that you're doing the right thing today, so that when you apply in 5 years' time, 6 years' time, you're not in shock when that application returns and says that it has been unsuccessful. So these are the only conditions that the government has now said, and it's now illegal, it's on their website. They have now said that these are the only conditions under which you can work extra hours. Any other condition, you're not allowed to work any extra hours whatsoever. So you do need to be aware of this. So in the situation, therefore, where you had to work extra hours, what is the condition? Again, what do you think about these changes? Do you think they're fair? Do you think they're difficult? Do you think they're easy changes? Do you think they're going to have any impact at all? Please leave any comments in the comment section below so that we can talk about, how these changes will affect people. If you're already in the UK, most especially, what do you think? Is this going to make any difference at all with your current work life or your current work patterns? And if you're out of the UK, does this kind of influence your decision making when it comes to moving to the UK, or indeed choosing the type of job to get in the UK? So the only instance, therefore, where you can work extra hours, if it doesn't fall under the 3 categories that I've mentioned before, is if you write to the UK Visa and Immigration to tell them that you want to work extra hours with another employer. But it doesn't end there. They want you to get a certificate of sponsorship from this new employer and write a letter explaining why you want to work for this employer and saying that you literally want to change your visa. So that's what they have said, which again is not easy. Because, for example, if you come to the UK and your current employer doesn't have any hours for you, it's very difficult to then go to the home office and say, look, my employer hasn't got enough hours for me. I want to work extra hours with XYZ company, because it's like kind of like a chicken and egg situation. It's like, what comes first? If you tell them, are you kind of reporting yourself or exposing yourself? But if you don't, what then do you do if you're not allowed to work legally in this beautiful country? So again, that's why I always say, when you're choosing your employer, you've got to be very diligent. You need to make sure that you're going for the best employers, and you're not cutting corners to choose employers that when you get to the UK, you're going to be in a whole lot of trouble. I hope you found this helpful. Check out these other videos that I've linked here, especially to give you more information about opportunities, laws, rules, policies in this beautiful country. And do share this video with your loved ones. And I'm going to see you in this other video. Thank you for your time.